Wonderful teachers. This is Julie with Teachers Planning Partner, and I'm hanging out on my porch enjoying the last days of July, and I just wanted to share a few tips on how to plot out your assessments. When you start with your students' learning goal, it's easier to keep track of your lesson planning and keep it on track. For example, when I look at the standard for informative writing, I want to think about what my ultimate end goal would be. In this case, I would love it if my students could write a 5-paragraph essay independently. That means without my help at all. They should be able to attack a writing prompt, whether they're in a science class or a social studies class, or even writing for the state assessment. So I'm going to pop that down here into the assessment column, and I'm going to make this my summative assessment, or my end goal. Now, the standards on the left make up the small skills that will fit into that end goal of writing the 5-paragraph essay. For example, the students have to be able to introduce their essay, previewing what is to follow. So these sub-skills are going to be my formative assessments. Now, obviously, when you're writing, the best way to show that you understand what you're doing is through writing practice. So I might add some journal practice writing to help me determine if my students are staying on track. But I also want to make sure that I'm using a variety of assessments. So for the introduction, what I'd like my students to be able to do is rank several different introductions. And I'd like them to be able to explain their thinking. Anytime a student is able to explain their thinking, it makes it so much easier to gauge their learning. When this is done, the fun stuff begins. We start planning out the resources and the lessons we want to use to help them reach these end goals. So I will leave that for the next video. So thank you very much. Happy planning.